There's a really cool effect I've noticed in the production of a lot of music I listened to growing up. I never quite knew what the name of it was, but I actually believe I probably would have described it as sounding like the audio was coming through a telephone. I reckon the effect lives up to its name because I'm, of course, talking about the telephone effect. It's something I remember frequently hearing in Amy Lee's voice of Evanescence. Even as a much younger listener, this effect totally caught my attention. If you're looking to do the same and pique the interest of your listeners, the telephone effect will certainly do the trick. In this lesson, I'm going to show you exactly how to pull it off just by using a couple of simple plug-in moves. Stay tuned because I've got something I'll be giving away to serious guitarists who are looking to optimize their sound, and you're not going to want to miss out on that. So grab your axe, take a seat, and let's get ready to rock. First, we need to understand the idea of frequency so we can be intentional about this effect because it relies entirely on messing with the frequencies. So first thing we want to do to visualize this is to pull up our EQ plugin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Reaper project. I'm going to pull up the stock EQ plugin, Re-EQ, and there we go. So I'm going to temporarily disable my guitar because it's plugged in and you saw a little bit of staticky signal there. But what we're going to do is look at this whole thing because it represents the entire frequency spectrum. So while there are many ways to break down the frequency spectrum, we can summarize the main areas in three general parts. So the lowest frequencies appear over here, and we can call that the bass register towards the left side of this spectrum here. And the sounds in the bass register sit the lowest and are usually dominated by the bass guitar and the kick drum, assuming we're playing in a full metal or rock ensemble. Next, we have our mid-range frequencies, which, as you probably guessed, occur in the middle of the frequency spectrum. And as guitarists, we get to play an instrument that can cover pretty much all ends of the frequency spectrum, at least to some degree. But the mid-range is primarily where we want to hang around and do hang around. Lastly, we have the highest end of the frequency spectrum, which is often associated with the word treble. And this is where the brightest, sparkliest, and even the harshest sounds can be found. Generally, frequencies exist on a broad range of different sounds, many of which we don't necessarily even perceive. If you want to learn more about how to use frequencies as a guitarist, I'd like to give you my free Elite Tones cheat sheet. It goes over all this stuff in more detail in a way you can actually apply to what you do, because it gives you some of my best tips for dialing in killer amp tones. It also gives you direct links to some of my favorite free amp sim plugins, which automatically gives you a ton of new tones to explore. It even shows you how to make those digital amp simulators sound like authentic physical amplifiers. So just click the link in the description or go to zachsharguitar.com and download this awesome free resource. So I'm going to enable my guitar track because I'm going to record a guitar part to then apply the telephone effect to. So we've got this little guitar part all trimmed up, so let's work with it now and use some plug-in moves to add the telephone effect. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go back to our EQ plugin, and you can use any type of plugin for this, but what we're going to start with is a high-pass filter. You can have designated plugins for this. I know Reaper comes with that, but I'm going to stick with the EQ plugin to pull this off. So I'm going to go to type over here because I'm in this little first node here, way in the bass. And where it says low shelf by default, I'm going to change that to high pass. And there we go. We've got our high pass filter on that. The high pass filter is also referred to as a low cut because it does just that. It cuts out the low range frequencies out of your track. And the beauty of this plugin is that it allows your high frequencies to pass through the plugin unaffected. It only messes with the lower range sounds. So let's mess around with it and see how it affects our recording so far. And as you see, all I did with that was adjust the frequency slider to what frequencies I wanted this high pass filter to affect. Next up, we've got the other end of the frequency spectrum with our low pass filter. So this does the opposite of the high pass filter because it removes high frequency information from the track that you apply it to. So all you're going to do now is go to the highest range part of your EQ. I'm going to hit this little number 4 node right here. And it's defaulted to a high shelf type. So I'm going to change that to low pass. Boom. And all you see there right now is kind of like a bookended display of our EQ with our high pass filter and our low pass filter on both sides. So let's mess around with this a little bit with the frequency, just like we did with the high pass filter, and see what type of sounds we can get from it. So what I think I'm going to do right now, and it's something you may wish to do too when creating your own telephone effect, is boost the mid-range frequencies just a little bit, and we'll take a listen to see what that sounds like. And then if we're satisfied with what that sounds like, I'm going to show you a little comparison. So we'll go in and out of our original recording and hear the difference between that and our new effect with the telephone effect. So just kind of going through that a little bit, I ended up kind of tweaking the high pass filter and the low pass filter a little bit as I boosted the mids. And this is all just like a quick go through, a quick test to see how I'm liking this telephone effect. And, you know, like everything else in music production, you could spend all day on one little thing. But I kind of like where this is right now. I'm pretty satisfied with it. It sounds kind of like the telephone effect that I've been describing. So now, like I said before, we're going to take a listen and compare our original recording to our new telephone effect version. The telephone effect is a really fun thing to add to your songs because it gives you a hit of something different in a way that captures the listener's attention. You don't always have to go out with a bang if you want to really keep people's ears up. In this case, sometimes silence can have the loudest effect because even though it's not muted, the level does almost sound a little quieter compared to our original version of it. I would caution you against overdoing it with the telephone effect though, because the novelty can wear off pretty quickly. This is definitely a less is more situation. Just something to keep in mind for you in your own songwriting and production projects. We want to add just enough variety and differences that add dynamics to our song to keep it interesting, and the telephone effect is a great way to do that. You could even apply this effect to other elements of your mix, like vocals or other instruments. And as you see, it only takes a couple of plugin moves and a bit of EQ knowledge to pull this off. If you want to take the EQ knowledge you learned and apply it to your guitar tones, don't forget to download my free Elite Tones cheat sheet if you have not done so already. It gives you my best hacks on dialing in killer amp tones, so if that's something you want to get better at, this is definitely the tool for you. It also has direct links to some of my favorite free amp sims, and it even shows you how to make those digital amp simulators sound like authentic physical amplifiers. So just click the link in the description or go to zachsharguitar.com and download this awesome free resource. I'm Zach with Zach Shar Guitar. Thanks so much for watching, and God bless.